Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Angelica Mack and you're here with It's More Than Just Lashes, where we talk about lash business, the growth of your lash business, your mindset, self-development, and all those good things. If you are interested in mindset, if you are interested in self-development, and you're interested in growing your lash business, this is the place for you. For all the newbies, hello, welcome. And for the people that have already been here, hi, love to see you, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna show you a quick little tutorial on how I make my volume fans. Volume fans typically are 0.05 or 0.07 diameter, and I don't like to go anything over about 10 hairs in a fan. Once you get over 10 hairs, it can start to look like mega, and you'll be losing out on money when you are getting girls blacked out and dark for volume, and they're never gonna upgrade to mega. So let's get into this tutorial. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you guys really quick how to make a fan. The biggest thing about making a volume fan is making sure that you have the right tweezer. So this is my favorite tweezer. This is a Live Bay tweezer, and I just love it. It's just such a great tweezer. I love that it has a super wide tip, and I'm able to grab a lot of lashes for volume in Mega. And as you can see, the tip of it is bent and it still does a great job, which is insane. So the biggest thing is making sure that you have the right tweezer. Number two is you want to make sure you realize where that tweezer's sweet spot is. Every single tweezer has a sweet spot, and the sweet spot is basically where it's the sweetest spot. It's where you want to grab the lashes. It's where you want to pick those lashes up off the strip. This one, it's kind of, you can kind of see it in the middle. It's typically where the ridges kind of smooth out just a little bit. Every tweezer is different. Make sure you look inside the tweezer. As you stop working, you'll be able to realize where the sweet spot is. So that's number two. Make sure you know where the sweet spot is. Make sure you like the tweezer that you're working with. The third thing is you want to make sure you are holding the tweezer properly. After you found your favorite tweezer, after you have figured out where the sweet spot is, you want to make sure you're holding the tweezer properly. So my favorite rule, this is what I go by. I like to hold it like I would a pencil or maybe chopsticks, more so a pencil. And so you want to have your you want to have your thumb right above where that hook is, right above where the boot is on any tweezer. You want to have it right there. And you want to have your middle finger right above where that boot is as well, a little bit closer. So as you can see, I have my thumb here. My index finger is right above my middle finger, and my thumb is a little further down than where my middle finger, is a little further down than where my thumb is. This is exactly how you want to hold a volume tweezer. This is going to give you the best grip. This is going to give you best control. So that's number three. Make sure you're holding the tweezer properly. Fourth thing you want to remember is to always feel where the pump is. This is what I explain in every single class. Every tweezer has it. And if you see that gap right there, that is where the action happens. This is where the fan is made. It is not made in the hand. It is not made in the boot of the tweezer. It is made in this pump. Every tweezer has it. So find that in your tweezer. And that is where you're going to put that middle finger and that thumb that we talked about. That is the pump. That is the pump. So later in this video, when I'm showing you guys how to release the pressure in your middle finger and your thumb, this is what I'm talking about. You're releasing the pressure in this little pump area. I would typically use a tile, but I do not have a tile right now. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it off of, anything. First thing is typically that first little area you are not going to use. So we're just going to take it out, but I'm going to show you how to grab it off the strip. First thing is you want to make sure that you are putting your tweezer all the way through. You want to have that tweezer kind of parallel. Let me show you where that strip is, to that brownish orange strip right there. That is where you want to have the tweezer parallel to. So you're going to go in at about a 90-degree angle, just like that. And you're going to open your tweezer slightly. And like I said, this is where the sweet spot comes in. You want to make sure you are grabbing it from the sweet spot. And what I like to do is, first of all, make sure this strip is super clean. What I like to do is grab it from the back. So if you can see, I'm going in at that 90-degree angle. I'm grabbing it from the back. That right side of the tweezer is in the back of the chunk. And that's how you want to grip it every single time, okay? So we're going to go in from the back, And remember, we talked about that sweet spot. That sweet spot is where you need to grab this chunk from. You need to grab it in that sweet spot, whether it's in the middle, to the back, or right in the middle. That is exactly where you want to grab it. So we're going to grab that chunk, tight grip, and you're going to pull towards you like that. Do you see? That is how you want that beautiful square. You want a nice square right at the base. That's how you know this is going to be a great fan. You want a symmetrical square at the bottom. That is what you want your chunk to look like. I'll show you guys one more time. Go in from the back. And I can move this down a little further. So you're going to once again grab it from the back. Just like that, separate it. You want to see both sides of the tweezer. As you can see, we see both sides. Ooh, this is getting a little messy. It's hard to do with this box. As you can see, you see both sides of the tweezer. That is how you want it to look. You see that? Both sides of the tweezer. Once again, we're doing a tight grip. Pull towards you. Now, as you can see, this is not a good one. This is not a good one. We would toss that. I would not use that. Like I said in that first example, we want to see that clean square at the bottom. Always clean up your strip. If the hairs get out of the way, it's okay. Just toss it. Okay, once again, grab it from the back. Nice chunk, tight grip, pull towards you. That one, still don't love that square. We're gonna get another one. And you see how I just go in just like that? That's how you wanna grab it. You don't wanna have a slow pull, but you don't wanna be too fast as well. It's kind of finding a sweet spot in the middle where you wanna grab it and how fast you wanna grab it. So we're gonna pull back towards us. We're doing a pull back direction like that. Beautiful, we have that square. Okay, now that we have that square, we are gonna literally pinch the side of the square, okay? Oops, I wheel my finger, that's typical. So we're gonna pinch the side of the square, okay? And some people pinch this direction, some people pinch this direction. I pinch in this direction. So when I'm pinching, my hand is like this. This is how I pinch. It's about at my boob level. I'm pinching it just like this. And you are really just using the index finger and your thumb slightly to close that square that I showed you. You are slowly just closing it. You are not technically pinching, you are just closing. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to actually make that fan. Look at all these hairs everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna hold the tweezer like we're supposed to. Middle finger lower than the thumb, just like that. We're gonna go in, separate it from the back, grab that nice chunk, pull towards us. Beautiful. See, we have that square, that's what we want. That is what you wanna see. Now from there, like I said, grab that index and that thumb. And as you're closing that square, you are releasing the pressure in your middle finger and your thumb. So just pay attention to my middle finger and my thumb. So we have that square, beautiful. Now we're gonna close. I don't know why this keeps, there we go. So we're gonna close the side of that square and look at my middle finger and my thumb. Release the pressure. That's it. So as you saw, that middle finger and that thumb is the only thing that's moving. We are not moving our index and our thumb. We're just moving our middle finger and our thumb on that tweezer. And the tweezer does all the work for you. That is a beautiful thing. The tweezer does all the work for you. So if you want to go in and make that a little bit wider, again, you're just pinching the side. And as you see, I have my tweezer resting on my middle finger. On my thumb and my index finger. Pinch, release the pressure in that middle finger and that thumb. You see that pressure being released? That's all you need to do. I'm going to show you guys again. Once again, grab that chunk. Remember, speed is important. You don't want to do it super slow. You don't want to do it super fast. Pull it towards you. This is a pretty thick chunk for a volume. This is way too much for a volume fan, but we're just going to go with it. So now we're going to pinch, like I said. Slowly, you're not really pinching. You're technically closing this square. Close the square. Release the pressure. See that middle finger and that thumb? That is all that is being released. And you have a fan. pull straight back. Not the greatest square, but we're gonna use it. So we're gonna pinch, release the pressure in that pump area, like I said. Release the pressure in that pump. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. One more time, get in there. We have the beautiful square. Remember, that's what we want. We have a little one hanging out on this side, but I think it'll be okay. Pinch, release the pressure. Remember, just releasing the pressure here, the pump, that's all you do. Never, this boot should never open, okay? Never open this boot. When you are pinching, oop, that went astray. When you are pinching, never open this boot. When you're opening this boot, that's what happens. When you open the boot, that's what happens. The hairs go everywhere. So you are simply just releasing the pressure. Pinch or close, release that pressure. Release that pressure on that middle finger and that thumb. Remember, that's all you're doing. You're not opening that boot. That boot, as you can see, is not opening. The boot is not opening. That pump area is doing all the work. And that's what we want. We want a snatched base. Snatched bases, ladies. Hope that helps. Bye.